Hi guys, welcome to Wave Africa. Today we are on the University of Ghana campus to take some reaction from these students with regards to the UTAG strike. How is it affecting students and what do they have to say in this particular matter? So let's get right into it. All right, so as an international student, how do you feel about the UTAG strike?
Yeah, for me it is something really uncommon because I'm not sure if in my home country this could happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really overwhelmed by this situation because nobody really knows how things are going on, and I think it's really difficult for the students like all over the campus, and it's so huge, you know, so it affects so many students, and people lose a lot about they lose a lot of their time, you know.
Yeah.
Like they'll lose like 1 semester, maybe 2 semesters, while their friends in other universities they can just continue. So actually, and because there's no particular end, people don't even know what to do with their time. So if they would know, maybe, okay, this semester will be cancelled, people could work on something else, could do projects, but due to the fact that you don't know when it will end, people are just kind of waiting, and I think it affects the life of the students.
Okay, so what do you think should be done moving forward?
I mean, I don't really know about the political situation a lot, but I think it needs to come to a good agreement between the lecturers and the politics, the government.
Okay. And as a student leader, I want to take your views on how the strike is affecting you.
My name is Abdullah bin Abbas Faisal. I'm a student of political science, level 300.
Okay.
I'm president of African Union Hall, that is Pentagon.
Okay.
I think greatly it has affected everyone, most especially for students who have come from afar.
Yes.
Some people basically cannot return to their houses because they've come from far.
Yes.
And then you don't want to have a situation where you go back, you are from Bimbila, you get back to Bimbila, then the following day you are asked to pack back to school because you are already in school. So these are some of the things, and people are already exhausting the little money they have got to campus and all of that. You know, the struggle. So these are some of the difficulties that you sense across the students.
So, as a student leader, what do you think UTAG or government should be doing right?
That is a dicey situation. I mean, it's easy to be on the side of any of them, but then I think that government should be more up and doing.
Okay.
Government should engage, because that is the feedback we are getting from UTAG. UTAG is saying that government is not being upfront. Government is just trying to hold phantom meetings with them and not really doing anything about it. So I think that if that is the case, then government should be up and doing. And UTAG, I'm sure, if it is not on the side of government, then I'll urge UTAG to also be on the table, because we've heard about instances where they refuse to call or to refuse to respond to some meetings called and all of that. So, I mean, we sitting here is hard to actually judge.
So you have followed the whole impasse, and don't you think teachers have been cheated, especially, or UTAG members have been cheated, especially where they are saying, students who are sponsored by Get Fund to go study for their PhD are given stipends that are higher than that of a lecturer in the country. Don't you feel they are cheated?
Well, cheated may be too harsh, but I think that they are underpaid. As for people holding PhD and all of that, they are underpaid. Because last time I saw a post from the Secretary of Youth for UTAG, that is Professor Jampo. He was talking about even the amount they are seeking from government is just paltry compared to what you see government dole out to other salaried workers. So I think the amount in the end of the day, when you do the mathematics, they are talking about 2,000 cedis in addition to their base salary and all of that. If that is the case, then I think the government should just, I know we are in difficult times, but I mean, lecturers they deserve better. They deserve better. So just to add this to what I've said, I saw a post of a lecturer who was saying that somewhere in 1960s they had about 50 students in a class. But this year, currently, a lecturer may have about 1,005 students. Being in charge of 1,005, and so it's basically unfair. I think government should be more sensitive to their plight.
As a parent, it affected my brother doctor was here.
Okay.
He's from Pagaton.
Okay.
And he stay here. He's coming to learn. And when he came, they say UTAG is on strike. He managed to get hostel for him. He paid about 4,000.
Okay.
And she's there. There's no lectures. There's nothing. She's just sitting there, and he's spending on him, on her. So it affected my uncle in the north.
Okay.
He don't know what to do, and he's a farmer, and he spend this, and the daughter is not learning, and he's not doing anything, and the lecture is like they bring politics inside everything, because the secretary of the UTAG is now, I think he insulting someone insulting him. I think that kind of thing. It seems like they are now blaming politics inside.
Okay.
And if the politics come inside, in the case is going to spoil.
Okay.
So I don't know, but they are demanding of even one of my head of family say they are demanding, if they give it to them, some people to get up and they will demand the same thing, and it will affect everything.
Okay, so what do you think should be done? Should UTAG back down on what they are demanding?
They're supposed to back down, but the way they are demanding, I don't think the government can meet what they expect. So they have to come down and look how the students are suffering. They have to come down and help some of the students.
Okay, I don't feel so okay with the strike because it's been 3 weeks already.
Okay.
We're supposed to, by now, would have gotten somewhere if we were learning.
Okay.
So it's not so good that they are in the house. And then I also blame the government for not meeting their needs, because they are also human beings. If they are supposed to increase their salary or whatever they are claiming to have, they are also supposed to be giving whatever they want, because some of the lectures, they were here since those in government, they were taught by some of the lectures.
Okay.
Like they are still here, and so why is it that they put them in big places and then they treat them that way? So it's not nice that.
So you feel the government is not very, nice to UTAG?
No, they are not being nice to them.
Okay.
In as much as they are also supposed to think of us and come to class, they are also supposed to show the government that they also have the power to not to come and teach us.
Okay. So the National Labour Commission has taken UTAG to court. Do you think that was in the right direction?
No, it wasn't in the right direction. It wasn't in the right direction because they are also human beings. They have families and things. So if you are not paying them and they are saying they are staying in the house, all right, do you have to also send them to court? Okay. Because you can't come and teach us. Or can they recruit another teachers? No. And so you don't have any rights. You are even supposed to talk to them and then calm their hearts. Okay. You are not supposed to take them to court.
Okay, so students are agitating. Some are calling us to other students to embark on demonstrations. Do you think that is the best approach to take?
It's also good in a way for them to come back to class, or to tell the government to pay them so that they will come back to class. Okay. Because recently one boy died. I'm sure if we were in class and we were learning, they would have been given an assignment or something. And the person wouldn't have gone to the pool to go and die or something. So they are supposed to treat them and give them whatever they want so that they'll come back to class.
I feel very disappointed with how long it has lasted, because you see, we've been in school for about 2 weeks and no academic activity seems to be going on, and it's very disturbing. You see, because I'm a final year student, and you see, we have so many things to cover. Okay. And recovering from the modular system, which was just 6 weeks, I expected that as soon as school reopens, lectures will begin, and then we would, go into full mode, because time is money. Time is of an essence.
All right. So students are agitating. Some are calling on students to demonstrate. Do you think that is in the right direction?
I think it's in the right direction, because it seems like the way it's going right now, it's been 2 weeks already, and then we are not even seeing any efforts from the group towards coming back. And so I feel like when students demonstrate, it will make the government see that they have to do the necessary so that our lectures will be satisfied, and then we can resume lectures as soon as possible.
So do you feel that government is doing something wrong, or maybe UTAG is not right with what they are demanding?
I think UTAG is very right in their claims because I mean we were all here in Ghana when the Black Stars in their failed attempts towards taking the AFCON Cup, they were given $25 million, and they are saying that it's the World Cup budget is a part of that, but it's a little bit too exorbitant for just a team. And then you see that just for entertainment they have been allotted $25 million, but then when it comes to livelihoods, when it comes to how like it's a better livelihood in the form of salaries, they don't want to do anything about it because I've heard some of the UTAG leaders speaking, and I feel like they have a point there because we are all not strangers to what's happening in the country, the high standard of living and everything. So I mean, if they are going to be living in such a difficult economy and you also don't want to increase their salaries, you see, in as much as I want them to come back, I have to acknowledge as a world-thinking Ghanaian that they have some points there. So the government must do the necessary.
Okay, for my side, the UTAG strike is really affecting me negatively because like I planned for the semester and here like the case, they are on strike and coming back to, I'm sure they are going to draw a new calendar which they will extend the academic calendar upwards. Yeah, so for my side, it's very bad. And I'm hoping the government will deliberately meet their demands on time so that all these things will come to an end. Yeah.
Okay. So moving forward, what do you think? UTAG is in court right now challenging. I mean, government has taken UTAG to court concerning this particular issue. Do you think it was in the right direction? And what do you think should be done? After Thursday when they hear the court case?
Taking UTAG to court, for my side, I don't see any reason for them to do that. Because it's a demand and I don't really know the reason behind why they have taken them to the courts. So I'm hoping that something better will come out from it at the end of the sitting. So,
personally, as a student, I think as a result of the strike, should it be that as a student coming to campus, it feels like I'm wasting my time on campus actually at the moment. If the strike shouldn't have been happening around this time, some of us actually, this should be a school time actually. But for some reasons, I'm actually on campus doing nothing at the moment. Maybe aside personal studies and stuff, my productivity is actually not that much high. Should I be in the house at this time? Especially around this time when it's cocoa season, I would have been making so much money at the time. I would have been making helping my parents. I could make so much money personally, and that would profit me better than being on campus and then just being unable to do anything at the moment.
What do you think UTAG or government is doing wrong?
Okay, what I think UTAG is doing wrong is them not being on campus, not teaching at the moment. But I also understand them from their point of view that they need the increment in their salaries for their own personal benefits. Yes, and actually on the government side, government could have paid them. Government should help by should at this point in time be providing them with something. I know it's been almost over our 3 weeks now since the strike began, and we are still not seeing anything. So yeah, from the government side, I think the delay has been too much. It's really affecting us as students and then as individuals.
Okay, so students are agitating. We have seen a couple of calls for students to demonstrate and all that. What do you think that is the right thing to be doing at this point?
At this point in time, sometimes when the talking becomes too much and then nothing is coming up, we all need some form of awakening. So I think from my point of view, a demonstration won't be bad though. I think if students should say we are going on a demonstration and then say we are presenting our views and then having people from political front supporting us and then pushing our views forward. I think it would in a way help us and maybe quicken the process as of now, because right now, current standing, there's actually nothing going on. And then we are in our 3rd week or so of the strike action, and students are on campus. People from far away distances are still on campus, and then we are all waiting. So yeah, I think should that be the case, a demonstration at this point won't be so bad.
Okay, so National Labour Commission has taken UTAG to court.
Yes.
Do you think that was in the right direction? Should you have gotten to this point?
Initially, should the government have settled the teachers their fees, I think it wouldn't have gotten to this point. But National Labour Commission taking UTAG to court, from where I stand, I think you know, the teachers are. I will not say I'm supporting UTAG here, but I will not say it shouldn't have gotten to this point actually. So yeah, for now, I will not actually make any judgment on this. I will have to.
But it's good to make your view clear on what you stand for.
Oh yeah, what I
in this particular fight, as a student, you know, I'm aware, and you just said it is affecting you. Yeah. So, you know, taking it to court, don't you think it will delay the process?
Taking it to court, yeah. Actually, that, you know, on one side that will actually delay the process. But if that will get the teachers back to the classrooms, then I think it's a step in the right direction. But actually, you know, court proceedings and things, it takes time. Okay. So should this be a court case, and then as it has been, they've been taken to court? Yeah, this would actually. I'm suspecting it will take a much longer time, because should they call for a court hearing and then we go and something comes up and then it's adjourned to another time. We students are the ones on the losing side. We are actually facing the challenges. Okay. Yes. So now, yeah. So I think actually it shouldn't have gotten to this point in the